which we are going to talk to him. Very interesting and a different background. He's a biomedical researcher and he has patented under his name, which he's working on it. And today we're going to ask him how he got interested in financial side of it. He does a lot of things. So today, and thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Atul, for giving me this opportunity to talk.
And we are hoping that we should be able to get some more information how our viewers can see that there is a other way of figuring it out, how we can make money through the different ways. So what exactly, how did it happen that you said you were like in a good field, going with the job and making good money? How does you started like completely, totally different?
You're very right, Atul. My background, I came with a PhD in biomedical sciences. I was assistant professor, teaching, having settled life, doing pretty well what I'm doing. But when I landed, this land is like basically this country is the land of opportunities, and we all working so hard, and we are educating all my family members, my everything. How the health part will be there. That's what my main core was, where I was. But with the health and wealth come hand in hand, and when I decided to stay in this country, it is coming I'm working very hard. I am doing paying to the society, but what I am doing it is my wealth is working in same proportion the way I am working hard. So from there I started thinking about it how to grow the wealth with the side by side with the health. Health and wealth, how we can join hands. And I do feel that there's a huge gap between from the Wall Street to the Main Street. So if you look about and only three industries are basically in this country is the financial industry, second is the retail industry, and the third is the our residential industry. So these are only three industries when we talk about to do any kind of business. And all of us using all these services, whether it is retail or whether it is we call about residential services where you get mortgage and all those things, or real estate basically, and third is the financial. But when you talk about a common man, middle class, when you talk about finance, they said, "Oh, it's not me because it's a huge investment needed." And similar thing when you talk about real estate, they are very hesitant to talk about real estate. That's how my journey begins when I came and decided to stay. So from rental to how to go to your own home, where you can have a peace of mind. That is the first step. And I got introduced to Atul that time because we do not know most of the realtors. I'm not trying to say because they also do not understand background what is happening from the bank side. What are the different programs? It's not because they have not been educated in that way that they can help a client with different needs. So what we do in medical science is we go with a personalized medicine. We sit with the patient, do the analysis, understand their need, understand and do some checkups, and then provide the proper medication, right? Similarly, what Atul has done, that's what makes me very excited that he has sat with me, understand my need, understand what programs can benefit, what are the different options I have to buy a home, because I was decided I cannot buy a home. But he made me very comfortable, first of all, on the financial side. So that's what's lacking. That's make open my eyes that this kind of education is needed in this country. And most of the immigrants are not knowing about most of the laws. And then this education not on the client side and also the realtor side also is needed. And I'm glad.
Just sorry to cut you off there. You very well educated. You know about the stuff. You know about how everything works. Even then, I see that you were facing trouble when you wanted to buy the house, when you need to figure it out how the loan side of it works, how much the down payment, what would be the mortgage side of it. Even then you were having issues that you needed somebody who can help you to understand the whole process. That's very
Exactly.
interesting.
It's very, very, and also the phenomenal thing is that we also don't know this market is fluctuating day every day. So where these people that support is needed, how to fix the things, help them in walking. So this is really needed for every societies, whether it is high paid income people or low paid income, or especially if they are doing a business. These are things they're so much of busy with their own thing. So there was a huge education is missing in this field. So that's how I got interested and let me help the people who can do. So not only the house, the first thing is the house. You asked about
Right.
that's how I started. That is a gap. When the house come into that the family comes into the picture.
Right.
You need to think about your family, your retirement, your everything. You have to think about your kids' education. And nothing is out. Nobody was telling us anything.
Exactly. That's the problem I always face whenever I want to tell my borrowers that you need to take a life insurance whenever you buy a house. Take some kind of insurance. You never know, anything can happen. You should always do that, or you need to invest money. I mean, it is hard for as a layman person that even you put small amount of money in a separate stock or separate this thing, it does help a lot. But you have to go to first this person who will tell you, then you go to the next person, he will tell you, and then they don't talk to each other. It's like so much gap is there, which I feel, yeah, I mean, what you are doing is that the way you started doing it, you started educating me about the wealth side of it, how to invest money in here, invest money in there. I think these goes hand in hand.
Exactly. I think you bring very valid point. Atul. When we talk about it, yes, you bring the point of life insurance. When we talk about life insurance, there's a lot more myth around because people think life is only for a death benefit. They are not understanding that life insurance comes with a lot of living benefits. Life insurance also comes with the kind of cash in bank, which you can use it anytime. Life insurance also comes with a kind of some kind of tax advantage bucket where you can leverage some money as a tax free money. So there are different blends. That's what we do first. And also life insurance can also help you to get your mortgage protection. People get so something is not only you are with one thing, you are covering a lot of things. So, and even with the life insurance, you can cover your health, like your long-term care, your critical care, chronic illness, which we all are depending on our hard-earned money, or especially go to your Medicare,
Right.
which only kicks off after 65.
Right.
Whereas if something happens before that, where are those money going to come from? So you can use your death benefit as a living benefit.
Oh, okay.
So that's how the beauty what we're trying to, you are transferring the risk. You are transferring the risk to someone else, to take care of, and not only your money is also growing with a down market protection. What does it mean that you have in a down market and the market is not performing, your money will never go beyond that. You have a 0% as a floor,
right?
And there is a growth potential. So these are things which is not very clear because when we talk about financial professionals, helping families is only thing people know about their bank,
right?
Or they're in the employment side.
Yeah.
There is a huge gap in between where I'm trying to bridge the gap through home and future plans with how we can work hand in hand together with the realtors so that they also educate their clients in a long term. Your journey should be covering whole 360-degree to protect a person in all the ways, your house, your health and wealth and everything.
Right, right. Yeah, exactly. No, this is so in your field, like lot of when we talk to the people who suppose they are making good money, they have a good credit score, everything is good. How do we approach them that you, besides buying the house, you need to start taking care of your rest of the money? I mean, anybody I tell them, hey, you need to take a life insurance, they just say, what are you talking about? Why do I need that? How do as a loan consultant, how do we approach them?
So basically, the whole idea is that if you are starting, see, nobody wants to be sold. Everybody wants to buy. So everybody who comes for real estate, they come for buying a house. They know what they want.
Right.
But here, what we are doing, when we are trying to sell something, here, there is a difference between want and need. We know that they want it. but they really need that. They do not understand that. Exactly. So when you educate them, so if you talk about the product, I never talk about the product. I talk about the concept. I talk about more educating them so that they can decide what they want and what. I know their need is there, but I'm creating a want, like, I'm really wanting this. So they will come to you. Then you will openly discuss. So that if you start educating, what I know that Sharad and you guys have started doing it, I really admire that. Like, educating a client, they, even though they know they want to buy a house, but still you have to give a lot more education behind that. Think about a person who doesn't know about anything with their, which is the finance side. You have to give a lot more education, which is more time consuming. But I feel pride into it because if I educate one family, I can help one family. God has given me very limited time. I have to touch. I have to tell thousands of people who can convert not only with the health, with the wealth, and with the protected house. So all together. So what I suggest people, don't talk about product, don't talk about the concept, talk about what they are looking for, tax-free bucket, tax. Do you know what is the rule of 72? Do you know how to grow and grow the money safely in this country without losing in the market? Do you know, is there any vehicle where you can use your money for any kind of illness happens to you without relying on it? So is there any bucket? After 50, 55, are you able to get a long-term care? If you walk out of the employment today, who's going to cover you? Because most of the people get the insurance from the employment, but the day employment over, what is going to happen? The day you stepped out from the building and something happened, crash, you are no more covered. Even though, you think about not if people are about term insurance. If the term insurance expires at the age of 60, who is going to give you the insurance at the age of 60, 65? Where what we are educating people, your life can be covered up to 120 years. No matter what happens, no matter which country you live in, you are protected. Your family is protected. And even you can create a legacy asset. If you don't use it, you are giving a grandchildren tax-free money to them, to their legacy. You can leave it for. So these are things if you educate them. Yeah, so you explain the benefit, explain the concept to them, they will understand, and they will definitely then they will look, what are those? Then they will ask, what are those? Like that's what you explain me, Shashwat, you can do. Then I ask what program it is. Then you tell this FHA, this program, that program. So you didn't approach me, I am going to this conventional. You told me what are the process. Then I got excited, this is the way I can do it. So then you told me this is the government program, this program, this that program. So then you go to more detail in the product side. And then you don't sit with one company. So what we do, we don't sit with one company. You don't sit with one bank, right? You are not married to the bank. You are married to the client. Same thing. So you do, to protect my things, you go and fight with all the banks who can give you the cheapest rate. So same thing we do in the health sector, in the financial sector. We do negotiate with different, and you doesn't know which program will fit for me. So we need to understand. Same thing we do the finance. We don't know if you go about life, maybe he has coverage. But if you are, maybe we can use something for the kids' education. So we need to understand. So what I do in generally, I sit with a need analysis, what we call personalized need-based health checkup. So to know where you are standing today.
Health checkup or well checkup?
Health and well checkup.
Well checkup. Okay.
So what we do, if you go for health checkup, doctor will draw some blood, they will find out, or then give you the thing. If you go to the doctor, hey, I need this medicine, you make his life easy. Because I know that. But when he investigates and find out there's some gaps or some problem, then he will give it. Same thing, you go to a lawyer, you tell what is the problem. So we understand where you are standing, where you want to go in future, and what is your comfortable zone, how much money you can move around, how much you can make. So based on that, I can provide a solution. Otherwise, I am shooting in the air. If I was to invest $10,000, I only have $1,000. How I can invest that?
That was my next question. So, do you have to have a lot of money to invest, or you can start with a smaller amount of money?
You can start as well. If you are spending $10 a day on your coffee or on your water, if you start that saving, you can make a big difference in your future.
Oh, and you can sort of, with the kids and everything, you can start earlier on, so that it keeps on building. It is, I think the most important is what is your need is, and accordingly, let's keep on
working together on that
working
line.
on that. Okay.
Exactly.
So you have to work with one company, or you have a different companies again. Also, you work with those companies.
So we are kind of a brokerage, just like you. So we work with all the top country providers in this country.
Oh, okay.
And we have the access to those. So
Right.
based on the people's need and requirement, which product suits to whom, we recommend them. Again, we just recommend them. And we also do the best thing is that why I'm giving this product. They're similar, like, why I'm coming to DMV Home Funding.
Right.
Why not there's other agencies are out which is doing the similar thing. But there is a need, like, so we explain what is the benefit, what are the things, why we are giving it, and again, these all four are out for you. You choose what you want. But we educate them.
Yeah.
What is it? Educate them
Okay.
to take their wise decisions. So
Exactly. So suppose they have deposited the money in their, I guess, in one of the accounts, and if they want to buy a house, can they take a loan against it, or can they take out the money? Is there a program like that as well?
yes. So if you have invested there, if your money has grown, there is a program in this, like even for your life insurance, you can withdraw as a loan at a 0% interest, and you can put you for a home down payment or for a kids education. You can use that money anytime. There is no rule of 59.5 or no boundation. You can start anytime to withdraw that money. So as soon as you have a cash value in your account, you can withdraw the amount.
So you can use that, and then whenever you have it, then you can just put it back.
It's up to you. You both the options you have. You want to pay back that loan, or you want to do not pay back the loan. That's options also there.
Okay.
But you have to keep on running your insurance so that it can keep on running. But both the options works in that, like.
Okay. So that becomes much easier.
Yes.
If you are saving money somewhere, or you are protecting your life in case anything happens, but at the same time, you need that money to invest in your house or anywhere. You can still.
Yeah, you can have the access to your money anytime you want. So
okay.
Just like cash in bank. So.
Cash in bank, right?
And with growing with the down market protection, so all those things happen simultaneously. So those money is always. Suppose you have in that bucket you have $50,000, for example. That $50,000 will never be having 48.
Correct.
It will keep on going more.
That's right.
If market is not performing, so it's cap and floor strategies. As long as you are paying the premium to run your policy. If you stop paying the premium, then your cash value start paying for the premium.
So when you put the money in there and they put it into a different stocks and all that stuff, do you have a choice? You can figure out where you want to put your money, or it depends on the company where you are investing. They take care of those things.
Very well. But so they will give you, they have every product has different
stocks.
There's not unlimited, there's some limitation, but you have the flexibility to choose what they're offering. Okay. And you can change anytime. Like, it's not like, once you choose it, if you say, oh, this is not working, you can change it. You can work with the advisor, or you can change anytime. So, but yes, there has a limitation, but in that limitation, you have flexibility to choose.
You have flexibility to choose.
Yes.
Okay. So depending on so if you are that old and you want this kind of money, then you want to be in an aggressive stock, or you can be more riskier, less riskier, all of those stuff.
Correct.
So you have the flexibility to do all of that stuff.
And most importantly, because there is a guaranteed of 0%, so you are not worried, like, if it is market is not performing, your money will never go beyond that. Yeah, so that is a safety net what we create. So we are trying to create a safety net to the people, so that, like, their money should not be like 401k retirement. Like, suppose you are $500,000 portfolio, you are at the age of 59. If something happens like happened in COVID, the portfolio gone 30%. So your 500k become 350k.
Right.
Now you have to think about how I'm going to 20 years of retirement, how this money is going to work from me.
Right.
So whereas if you park that money in that zero protection, so your money will 500k will remain 500. 500 will never go down that. So, so that's what not only the life insurance, there is annuities out there where you can grow with the bonus and with the different bases. Right. You can grow the money and park the money for a retirement also, for a kids education also. Even there are other vehicles also out, where you can invest in the land banking concept.
What is that land banking?
So there is the company out there, Calcha is one of the company which we represent. They acquire lands like in LA area, and where they know where they work with the government very closely, and they know in LA there is going to come as a Olympics and a lot of development happening. So they acquire the land long back and they release the parcels. And in the parcel, you have the opportunity to buy a whole parcel or in a combination. Like 4 or 5 people can. So they will allot you this piece of land, and you will get your own piece of land. They will be there, and they will give you at least what they says 10 to 12% growth. But people have seen a lot more better growth in these last 3 or 4 years. This market was very shaky, very growing very hard. So and then they have a potential to sell that lot too. So instead of and the investment is only 40, minimum investment is 40K.
Right.
So if you do not have huge money to buy a house or something, you can cash money, or even if you have 401K money, you can buy those lands and they grow that land.
So you put into that sort of portfolio that 40,000 or whatever it is. But if you want to take it out,
so there's if you're whole sole owner of that whole lot, then definitely you have the flexibility to walk out when you can ask them if you want to move out. If
you buy the lot,
so they have you can buy the full lot also, or if the full lot you cannot buy, then they make a portion of the lots, right? Okay. So one portion is owned by Atul, one portion is owned by me, one portion by someone XYZ. But if the growth is more than 20%, if anybody wants to walk out, they can recommend and you can walk out. But if the growth is little less and 2/3 of people decided to walk out, then you can do that. So,
okay.
So it's a kind
it's
of
not like that easy, but
it's not good. But after 5-7 years, mostly its growth is more than 20-25%. People walk out and reinvest the money. It's kind of they also suggest in between that how that portfolio works. But yes, it will be not immediately available. Like if you want to sell it today, it might be not the best. So that's what they advise. If you have extra money where you can take a little bit, then you can go there.
So basically, on all of these stuff, you are suggesting to put it into a diversification of the portfolios, not stick to only one portfolio, so that way you can just keep the money. There's another thing you were telling me the other day that if you have around 150K or something, you put it in that account and they can get like $5,000 at the retirement time. Is that
so? Yeah, so same way with what called index universal life insurance, where if you have, you can in this there's option you can go with the minimum payment and the maximum with the IRS code. So if you can begin with the minimum, but you have lump sum money, you can anytime you can change that. So extra premium goes to your cash value. That is growing. So if you in the life insurance, there's 2 things. One is the minimum money needed to run your policy.
Right.
And whatever extra you are putting, it goes to your cash in bank. Okay. And that money is growing with 7 to 8% with a zero market protection. Okay. And the more money you will put, the more growth will be there. Right. So you have the flexibility to pay more money. Okay. And suppose the example was that if somebody has 150K, he can put 150K in that one-time payment to that.
To the life, whatever you want.
And now you have 120 years of coverage done. Right. And your start money will be, because that much money is not needed to run a policy. Right. You only need $100 to run a policy. Right. But you have all 150K which is invested, start growing. Okay. And then in a retirement, that money you can even depending on things, you can withdraw almost $5,000, $10,000 per month, depending on how much its growth is there. You can show. So that will be tax-free money you can retire when you can take as a withdrawal.
Okay.
And then also, not only that, your life is also covered simultaneously. Right. You have a benefit of long-term care, critical care, and chronic illness all together. So you have created your own retirement funds. And also you can get any kind of pension you can flexibly use this.
Oh, okay. So what you said was you have the money, you can utilize that for your retirement, and especially for the illness and all those things, you can use that as well.
And most importantly, if you want to access this 150K, which is grown to 400 in between, like in the age of 40, 45, 50, you can access that money too. Okay. So it's not blocked.
It's not blocked.
Yes. Yeah. So that is the most important thing.
Okay. So through those, what we are trying to in the loan side also, what we always say that we are helping or we are trying to educate to how to grow wealth.
Exactly.
And so the loan side is one way of doing it. Then you need to think about how to invest even a small portion of your this thing, like into the different portfolios, so that you are protected when you retire or any illness comes in, any major setback comes in. So you are protecting yourself during that phase as well.
Exactly. And also the most important thing is people are missing in this country. The protection, when we talk about protection, not only house protection, health protection, and wealth protection, protecting your whole family, like writing a will. Most of the people in this country have seen, especially the immigrants like us, they will never focus on writing a will.
Yeah.
And what we help people with a very nominal things, they can write their will, then create a trust as well. So, and husband and wife both can. This country's land of law is totally different, right? If something happens to me, and if I'm not authorized to my wife, she cannot take a decision on my behalf.
She cannot, right?
Yes.
You have to have a will for that.
Right. And you have to do the HIP authorization. So we cover even with the pets. Even though something happens to me, who will be custodian of my kids? In this country, if something happens, nobody can claim on our kids. Both of us is no more. They have to go to the government. Government will take care. So even your close family relatives, they cannot have the access if you are not authorized, you are not written in your will. And even if you've written the will, it goes to the probate process.
Right.
So the court has to decide to distribute your wealth. So first it goes to the creditors and everything. So we educate people how to create a will and fund your trust with your will.
So how can, what they have to do is they have to join you or join the company? How does that, especially will, I see that we are not completely educated about it. Nobody wants to do it. They say, that's something which we always avoided. So educate us, like what is the process?
So very beautiful point you bring, Atul. For will and trust, if you have to creating, you don't need to join anything. We offer it like as a service, and every family should add it, and you can get it in a very nominal fees, like in $300. You can create your own will and create a whole trust, and which can be loaded on your cloud based, and you can access anywhere. You can amend anytime. No extra fees is needed.
Okay.
And there are more other options also, bigger. Like if you go more in detail, we can talk about that also. And also what we also doing, like creating a wealth in the two ways, either with a financial education, so you can manage your own funds and grow your money. And second way, like if somebody is looking for doing a business, side business, we offer that. So creating a wealth, either growing your money, protecting your money, or making money. So we educate as a plan B what people can do as a side business. What you are doing a daytime, every time, that's fine. You can do a job, you can do other businesses, what you are doing it. But end of the day, you can, if you can do this financial business as a financial professional, you can have a potential to make money too. So we are helping families if they are interested, because everybody is not interested in doing business.
Right.
But in this country, this is a country of entrepreneurship. If you want to, we help people without any charges. They can do helping them to establish their business.
Right.
For a businessman and for a common man both.
Oh, okay. So they can use this platform and understand all, like most of the features, or there are people who would educate them as well as their borrowers, and at the same time they can also make money.
Exactly.
So it's a both ways.
So we offer that platform, offers them like free education, free training programs till you become independent to run your business. So everything is totally free, so that they can have the access to the platform, learn about the business, understand. Totally hand holding from day one till you have established business owner.
Oh.
And then you can and starting as a part time, and can potential to convert as a full time. Like I started as a part time, now I'm coming as a full time in the business. Okay. So the idea is that when you are able to replace your household income with a part time income, you can think about coming as a full time, because you have time flexibility, money flexibility, so many things you can do. So
there must be a lot of money in there when you left your job and you started doing this full time. So that's a good thing to know. This so far I have seen in doing it for last 20-25 years, that always people are not able to precisely describe what they can do. Anytime I add, oh yes, take the policy, take the policy. Well, I take the policy, but give me the whole overview, what all can be done, what are the benefits, what are the things you can pitfalls, what those things are, so that way we can figure it out, whether it is right for me or not, or even though go with a smaller amount, you know. That's the major problem I always.
So exactly, Atul, you actually mentioned that is the what your core focus is as a DMV resident also, like educate them.
Yeah.
To make it. You are not. We are not here to sell. If you are taking a product of selling, you can make some money, but every day you are unemployed.
Right.
Yeah. Every day looking for new people to sell something. Mm-hmm. But if you educate people, you have created awareness in the thing, people themselves start approaching you.
Exactly.
Because then they need, like, what COVID has done. COVID has educated people for the health. So they automatically started wearing masks, taking the vaccines, go to healthier lifestyle and all those things, because they have shaken the thing. So once you educate people in a proper way, everything, what generally people do, the reverse of things. They want to sell it because they want to make a quick money. Yeah. But what my relationship with Atul started, like, he lost the first business with me. Yeah. So he was working with me very closely in everything, because and human tendency, if you are getting a 0.25% lesser, cheaper loan, you go to anybody else. Though he has given the whole education, this is much better deal for you. I think you can walk with that. But he educated so many, and relationship start beginning there. Then from there he refinanced my house. Then again refinanced the house. He had been buying my second home also. So though he has lost the first business from me, but his approach of education keeps me, and I started referring people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because you got a good service. He never focused on the sales point of view. He focused on, like, how he can create wealth for me, how he can help me in any ways. Making money is a byproduct. So he always takes same thing. Our approach is that money is a byproduct. Money will come when you properly educate and help people. And if you help one family, they will tell you can help 1,000 families. Yeah. If you sold one family, you will only sold one family. You will never approach other families. That's true. The service is important. What makes me very important is that service. That's what our focus is. That's what the focus of DMV Residential, which create difference with other agencies, because his focus is only service. Same thing, our focus is only service. Right. If you serve, that's why I said he never married to a bank. He always married to a client. Same concept we are taking. If you are standing with your client, business will come. So money will come.
Money will come. Yeah, that's a byproduct. Yeah. So I guess in your field, most of your friends in your circle, they are all in those highly educated. They have a good credit. What kind of a challenges they face when they have to buy the house?
So first challenge that don't have. So nobody is telling them what is the right strategy. Nobody is educating them how to move from apartment to a single, to a townhouse, to a single. This is a graduation, but nobody is there helping them. They only try to figure out by themselves. So that's the bigger challenge. Whatever somebody says, they will do. Like, oh, my friend has done this. They try to copy that. But if you create a proper education to them, hey, this is your journey begins, but there's a lot more to come. How you can transition from apartment condo to a townhouse to a single family, and what is needed. So, and how you can even leverage not to sell and then buy the property. Right. People say, oh, I have to sell it and then to buy. Yeah. So there's an education is missing, how you can rent it out, you can create your own portfolio, and slowly, when you can do that, lot more things, that is missing. And that's what people are, cash flow is the main thing.
Right.
So because we are having 2 home renting, so how you can do that? So that's the education is missing. A lot more people.
Okay. Well, can you imagine that even at that level, that main thing, either you have everything is perfect, or even if you are struggling with the smaller ones, you still have the same thing, like education is missing.
And one more thing I will point out, the major thing what people are facing, because they have very good credit score and very good, so their credit out in the market, people have started selling their credits and they say we are getting a lot more. So they don't want to go to that because, oh, if I have to shop around and all those things, there is the main concern for them. If they want to try it out, because most of the companies are not doing that. But I believe that DMV is the one who is protecting that, which is very, very important, like, to the client, to know that your personal information is highly protected.
Right.
That is the main concern of the net high wealth people too.
High wealth people, yeah. No, thank you so much. It was a lot of learning for us, especially we are in the sort of same field, but a different way of helping people and making them wealth. And this was an eye opener, and this was really, really big help for us. And I'm hoping that our viewers and our borrowers must learn from it and see what all can be done. Not just buying a house, but there is much more beyond it.
Yes.
And again, thank you so much.
Thank you, Atul. I do see for our viewers is a two sides of the coins. One is this, other side, and we want to make a 360-degree to cover you everywhere. So that's how we are there. We want to pass on the message.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.